going on? We're back. We're back with another trolling issue. It's what everybody's waiting to drop. And it's going to be totally different this time because my buddies, my friends on OCPoetry, the mods, they've made me a mod. And as you guys know, my MO is just to abuse my authority, to crush all those who oppose me, be a petty tyrant. No, I mean, I don't know why they made me, why anyone would want me to be a mod, but you know how it is. I'm going to try to keep not shit where I eat, and try to find a way to contribute to OCPoetry, make it a stronger, more vibrant community, while still giving you guys absolute living hell on earth. That's the whole idea. And let me know how I do. I'm not perfect. God knows. I ain't perfect. Just doing my best here, guys. And just speaking of just doing my best, I'm not 100. I know Decomp and I were buds. I love my buddy Decomp. So let's kick it off with Decomp. You can't go wrong with the decomposition bin. Okay, so let's see where we're going. What's going on? What's happening with Decomp? My last will. Who was it? What was it? Hotel Imperium is a collection of poetry I have. Don't remember the author. They had a poem in that collection. In Hotel Imperium, Last Will and T with the ampersand. So it's been done, Decomp. Just so you know, it's been done. Probably better, but let's see how you do. I won't pretend to be a human. So that's the opening gambit. What are you going to pretend to be? Still deciding decisions were made by creation? It's like predestination, Decomp. Here is what I've left, all I've had. I've left the mailbox. Why not open with that image, right? I left the mailbox, a coupon for long-lost unsent envelope. But coupons and long-lost unsent envelopes don't logically go together. I mean, you friggin' millennials don't even know how to use USPS. The penny face up on the sidewalk for good luck. Decomp, you're losing me. I know you just put a bunch of images in the old compost bin, and see what happens, but it's too loose. You're playing too fast. You know, I can't keep up with you. Your first line, I won't, yeah, no, don't. But give us something more on the first line than I won't. I mean, you're already protesting us reading your poem by saying I won't. Like, I won't write it. I won't give you anything. I won't work with you as a reader. I won't collaborate. I won't pretend to be a human. Okay, so if the title of the poem were The Coyote, this would work. But coyotes kind of do. I mean, they want to tempt you out there. Maybe wolf. My last wolf, or the last wolf. I won't pretend to be a human. I don't know. Sorry. I can't, sometimes I really want to help people. I try to do good in the world. That's my mission. Do something good in the world. Gosh, my parents are so disappointed in me. You guys have no idea. But yeah, I can't do that with you, Decomp. I'm sorry. I want to help you more. I can't. Okay, poor Carson. Okay, what I need right now is for you to come here and help, because this woman is hemorrhaging her essence onto the laminate floor from her vagina. Okay, so we have this in jammed title. What I need from you right now is for you to come in here and help. So maybe this is, from one nurse to another, or a doctor and another doctor. So it kind of sets up the reader that you need something intimate or a hug or whatever, forgiveness, but you need something else. I need a second IV access and someone to hang that blood. Okay, so now we're in a general hospital type show. I need a runner to grab a second unit. Why? Why continue narrating for us? Why just give us one? And the Q-tips Meg. We don't know who Meg is, but that's supposed to be entertaining. And grab the Belmont, which we don't know, but we're supposed to be impressed by doctor jargon from the trauma bay. One more tech to make sure my heart doesn't pound out of my chest. Okay, good. My mouth doesn't shout or say the F word, but why do we care if you say the F word? You can put the F word in your poem. And my nurse, and my nurses. Lord knows we're doing all we can. Lordy, Lordy. That's what I try to do. I try to do all I can, but, look at these hands. Are these, doctor's hands? Well, my grandfather was a doctor. Could you please move my hands to pass the tissue box to her husband and make my mouth say we did all we could? Okay, effective ending. I'm not going to jump on this. This is, doctors are smarter than I am, and William Carlos Williams could attest to that. This poem just needs a little bit of trimming and framing, It's a clever opening. It's a clever conceit for the opening. I think this hemorrhaging her essence onto the laminated floor, is it her essence? Hemorrhaging onto the laminated floor from her vagina. I don't know. Hemorrhaging. Okay, fine. You can have your essence. I need the second IV access. I need a runner to grab a second unit and the Q-tips Meg. Just attenuate a little bit. And one more tech. I'm trying to not say the F word. Okay, great. You're doing pretty good. When you grab a moment, doctor person, write on some other topics as well that are less urgent. Don't wait to write poetry until it has a gun to your head. Write something try writing in silence. See what happens. Might be easy for me to say on the luxury of my present condition, but I don't know. Give it a shot. My regretful happiness in retrospect. Some Russian stuff. I thought it might have been Greek. I looked it up. Ruski. Shows what I know. Imagine being loved by me, given how great you are. It's a good opening. I prayed the other day, anesthetized no more. That you could feel again, just to feel the crushing pain of remembering me. It's good. I prayed the other day that you remember the warm grip of sunlight on your oiled skin and the tallow and tension painted on your lips. I like the constants of tallow and tension. I like how it's painted on their lips. Why would they need to remember something painted on their lips? But I'm sold. Prometheus stole flame for humankind. Oh, okay. Prometheus stole flame. Why do we need for humankind? No, he stole it for, slugs and amphibians. I would rather steal a sun, your soul. Saul Bellow, for you, to burn you alive. I like that. Okay. To burn you alive. That's great. I would rather steal a sun to burn you alive. Good. This is Catullus, I love and I hate. I prayed God give you genius without wisdom. so you may never reconcile the pain of this loss. I prayed for 1,000 fleas to infest your armpits. I prayed for a rainbow to show me the end of the flood. But for you, the brilliance of light, so you could always remember the loss of color in the darkness. I cannot forgive you. We probably figured that. I don't know that you need to tell the reader that you can't forgive them. I cannot forgive you because I cannot forgive myself. Trite, but, there's no regret worse than to have ever loved yourself in another. Okay, I think you've pretty much earned that ending, but I don't know that you need all of that stuff. Prayed for a rainbow to show me the end of the flood, but for you, the brilliance of light, so you could remember the loss of color and darkness. In your darkness, there's no regret worse than to have ever loved yourself in another. Okay, so yeah, hey, do this, Reddit. Do this. Perfect. I don't know. Perfectly felt, and maybe not completely perfectly realized, but close damn enough, right? Let's see what the idiots are saying about. Let's say my buddies and fellow commentators are saying. I love how easy it is to read this poem. Okay. Each line flows into the next one smoothly. You can say that about any poem. You've captured emotion beautifully. Captured it? Captured the emotion beautifully. You have lived with exquisite discomfort. And rather than trying to coax a compromise into your verse, you have created a wedge of feeling with which you can push and retaliate against the one who hurt you, even though you realize how incredibly pitiful and hopeless this is. You cannot resist picking at your scab. Better comment. Thank you for saying this. Have a great day. You shouldn't have a great. You're not wishing anyone. The image in the first stanza really worked for me. Wow. The second stanza, stunned, but okay, whatever. Prometheus may have stole the flame. This piece stole my heart. Well, I'd agree with that. All right, Reddit. We'll let it go. It sounded like the ocean after being trolled. Sometimes I do feel like I'm peeing into the ocean. But this is from my buddy Lenny. Lenny from the block. One of the best. This guy could take on, or gal, or fellow, or person, could take on 2 or 3 to 4 or 5 or 6, 10 or 20 able-bodied Reddit poets. Lenny's a legit threat, ladies and gentlemen. Lenny's been showcased on this channel before because Lenny could kick some ass. The problem is I've said some nice things about Lenny and he's gone kind of inconsistent. But I have another theory. Lenny hides his good stuff from me. And leaves me with the runner-up prize stuff. Lenny's doing something with that, exquisite output. I don't know. I'm always getting it. And that frustrates me. Let's see how Lenny tuned this up. You can already hear from my tone of voice. I had sneaked a peek, though. But who knows? Maybe I'm wrong. I don't really remember the original that well, so it's just like looking at it again. I try to rouse your attention. Hopefully not mine. A sail gaping at the wind. Your gaze is weighted, cast down from your bowing pole-like stature, staring into the waters of another world. So I do often recommend, close observation, but we haven't really established that much of what's going on. Who are these people to one another? Why is the speaker trying to rouse the attention of the beloved? Why is the beloved gaze weighted, cast down? Why is the beloved described as bowing, pole-like stature? Why does the beloved stare into the waters of another world? I try to rouse your attention that stares into the waters of another world. Solved. I smile, buoyed by eagerness. Why? Why is the speaker eager? Enthused by your presence? Why? I encourage you back to me. Why are they apart? These types of things need to be stated by the time you're this deep into a poem. The reader deserves to know what the source of the conflict or drama is, where the sea meets the sky. Okay. When you turn, your eyes reflect the depths below. But we already had all this stuff about the gaze, eyes, stuff. You aim your mouth and Lenny, I believe in you. Okay? I believe in you. You're a strong writer, strong poet. You were born to do this. And, I'm giving you grief, but I don't want to set anybody back. I never, ever want to do that because the future is absolutely strong for you. You're struggling with this poem, and I feel you. I feel you, my brother or sister or whoever you are. I feel you so deeply. Keep at it. Don't be discouraged. I might not be the person to give you the best possible advice you need. Or maybe we could get together, you can turn on that cam and hop on the video. We can have a heart-to-heart. I can see a little bit of what you're trying to do, where your project is trying to go. You're a master of indirection. You're a master of using these inanimate objects of things inside the couple's house, that a figurine or what have you, that embodies the emotion that you're otherwise the speaker's unwilling to reveal personally, to disclose. Fascinates the reader with your mystery. This poem, you don't have such a mechanism, and it's not working for you yet. You have these natural elemental images of nature and sky and stuff, and it's not quite working for you. But I want to know why. I want to know why this is stumbling for you. So you and I gotta connect and figure that out. Because if I ride you on this and I just rip stuff up, it's not going to help you. You're not going to get there. There's another issue. There's some other technique. There's something that you're feeling that you're unable to come to terms with in this poem. I can see it's important to you. I recognize that. I feel you. Okay? Promising poet. Reach out. Let's get this fixed. Here's another one from Lenny. Where there was nowhere else to grow, hope planted itself like seeds in my chest. Seeing something in my beaten form, a modicum of potential for breeding amongst ruin. So much tone, Lenny, so much tone. Not necessarily bad, a little Blakean, so it snuck into my airway. Okay, so it's kind of this like body poetry stuff of kind of tripping on yourself, on your sensations a little bit, kind of getting high with these ideas of what your body feels like. But we're not going anywhere. We're not situated in any change of season, any circumstance. It's just abstraction. Hope is an abstraction. It's not enough, I don't think. Lenny succeeds when he has these concrete situating circumstances, like the couple that was moving out. What's the circumstances of this poem? Is it going to reveal itself later? Is this something where... So rich sounds, Lenny. Hope planted itself like seeds in my chest, seeing something in my beaten form, a modicum of potential for breeding. New line, amongst ruin. It's almost indulgent level of measuring these syllables. If you use ruin in a poem, you're asking for it. It is a portentous word. You put ruin in a poem, and you know, you're going to get raise the expectation of your reader quite a bit. There's been a lot written about that word. Favorite word of T.S. Eliot, but, you know, certainly he did not hold a monopoly on this concept of ruin. I think I'm disappointed that with the so in the next line, so it snuck into my airway. I would expect after this opening gambit here, hope planted itself like seeds in my chest, that you would now tell us a little bit instead of continuing to narrate this feeling. We have enough. You've had 5 or 6, 1, 2, 3, 4. You've had 5 lines to give us this feeling. Now, full stop, you need to pivot to the origin of this. You need to tell us a little bit about this. Why did hope do this? What are you hoping for? Or switch completely. Set the scene. Hope planted itself like seeds in my chest, blah, 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 while breeding amongst ruin. All the light drained from the day against silhouettes in the deserted city. Alone, I looked out of the little cafe, etc. Give us, I don't know. We'll get you there, Lenny. It's hard. It's hard. It's a lonely art form, guys. Right? You know, I think it's possible to have community and connections. I think it's possible to lift each other up. I think it can be in some ways profoundly fulfilling, this long, slow motion collaboration of poetry, of connecting and bouncing ideas off each other, or not instantly, not like over seconds, but over decades. I think it is a collaboration. Poetry is a collaboration, slow motion one. But in the moment, it is lonely and very, very painful. So, while we look at one or two out of new. Hopefully I don't have to moderate any of these. What if this was more than digging deeper, as if each pore were a grave? I'm tearing out my organs just to prove that I'm insane. Don't prove you're insane. Don't write poems about your sanity, for the most part. It's a mistake. It's a good opening, though. What if this was more than digging deeper? As if each pore were a grave. so you're digging into your own skin. Is that the conceit there? Okay. Quiet. Emotion recollected in tranquility. That's what Wordsworth said. Quiet. The fisherman waits, slithering water under an orange moon. His patience forgotten by the painted child. Soft strokes on sunburnt parchment. What painted child? She was his once. Her rosy cheeks bloomed at his arrival home with the bounty of the sea. Bounty of the sea. Her tiny fingers clenching the net until milky white stars blistered red. So you'd expect this kind of, sea shanty kind of ballad. At these 4 lines, opening 4 lines, I think, hey, maybe we will have a ballad. And you get 5 lines in the next. A line on its own. Never really established anything like a ballad cadence. But the ocean's whispers were never silenced. When the moon was chased by the walking sun, he returned to the harbor. It was still in the morning, the water unperturbed despite the yawning wind. In desperation, it seems never quiet, never comes to living. Oh, this isn't bad. I mean, I don't think you need to say quiet never comes to living at the end of the poem. You just leave it off. The yawning wind and the water unperturbed despite the yawning wind and desperation, it seems. Just leave it there. I don't really understand what's happening in the poem. I want to say I don't care that I don't understand, but I think I do care. Her tiny fingers, so that's like a daughter, right? Or a child, an infant, a child. So then he's telling this child to stay. It doesn't make sense. Children can't independently decide to leave. I mean, unless they grow up, I suppose. But there's no passage of time suggested. I mean, the child washed away by the sea, but then why would he say stay? I mean, why would the fisherman have the expectation that his child would be washed away by the sea? Some mythical allusion, just something I don't know, some myth I don't know. Clarify it a little bit. I think you'll slam dunk. Have something good on your hands. We'll leave it at that for today, folks. I appreciate everyone joining me, and I appreciate the platform. And I hope to see you on the OC as often as you would like. Feel free. Go ahead and DM me. Jump into the mod queue, and I'll see what I can do. Right on, guys. Be in touch.